What's up, friends? Welcome to my channel, Collecting is Fun, where I show you that collecting is fun. And in this one, it's going to be plain and simple. I'm just showing you the Funko Pop, the newest Funko Pop I received from Target, of all places. And I don't know when this came out. It came out this year for sure. But I don't know when it came out. Maybe this is the first time and I got one. But I only saw one. And that's kind of actually apropos because there's only ever going to be one blade. And there was only one at the Target that I was at. So, yeah, there you go. This is kind of special, I guess. But it's representation of what Wesley Snipes was talking about. There's only been one blade. Only ever going to be one blade. Why? Because if you have not heard, Blade is at another standstill. Mahershala Ali is now still, after it being announced in 2019, that there was going to be a Blade movie. And then he added his voice to the Eternals movie, 2021, as Eric Brooks. Didn't know who it was until someone said, hey, that's him. Oh, really? I had no clue. But anyway, so we don't know what's going to happen with that, how they're going to do with that with the Eternals. Are they going to do anything with that do with the sword? Seriously, this man has been on hold. They've been strung along for a long time. Directors quitting, writers quitting, Nobody is really trying to get the story right. I mean, there are some folks trying to get the story right, but you got, as some people would say, idiots, educated idiots, like folks in suits trying to run the show, and they're not doing a good job. And here we are with Mahershala Ali not ever being Blade. For the foreseeable future, we don't see him being Blade. And all we have is the nice little joke of Wesley Snipes and him grinning. There's a nice little clip floating around the internet with him grinning just from the movie because of his line, classic line. And of course, with Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool looking at the screen going, because he said there's only ever going to be one Blade. And it seems to be true right now. And of course, Hasbro has missed out. They could have given us a figure of this guy a long time ago. But let me take him out the package because it just, we'll get this glare and this shadowing thing out of here. Gambit, we could have got a figure of Gambit. Another figure of her, possibly. Would we have wanted one? Sure, why not? But we definitely should have gotten a figure. We could have gotten a figure of Gambit and a figure of Jennifer Garner's Elektra. Let's go ahead and take him out the packaging. There's, real simple thing about Funko Pops. Nothing really spectacular about the packaging or as far as them placing it in the packaging. Now, I did not know this guy was going to have a bobblehead, which means he's going to fall over. Yep. So I'm going to see if I can get him to stand on this McFarlane stand. There we go. Let's get a little close-up of him if we can. There we go. And so here he is. The only ever going to be one Blade Funko Pop because Hasbro didn't give us a figure of him. Now, you know full well, if Hasbro gave us an only ever going to be one Blade, Wesley Snipes Blade, a figure of that guy, it would have sold out. I mean, better than Deadpool and Wolverine. And we got enough Wolverine figures. Hugh Jackman. They gave us figures that we were like, okay, when was he like this in the movie? We got the Astonishing X-Men suit, which is cool, but we didn't have the one where his arms were out. So people were customizing that and making his arms be out. Then we had the one where he was in civilian clothing. Like, okay, why do we need this one? Then you had the other one that came up before all of that, where he was in just a tank top and jeans. Like, is this supposed to be the Calvarine? But it wasn't Henry Cavill. It was just Hugh Jackman again in a tank top. So it's like, why do we have this? Why do we have 3 of these Wolverines? It wasn't really that great. And we got a Deadpool, of course. How many Deadpools have we had? But that was a cool looking Deadpool. I have him and I have, of course, a Wolverine. So that was cool. But what we could have used was a Wesley Snipes only ever going to be one Blade figure. We could have used the Gambit figure, but that's okay. Because Gambit's going to be in the new Avengers movie. So we have a chance to get more of those Fox X-Men figures. A better looking Halle Berry as Storm, and so forth and so on. So he's definitely going to get in. All we can do is hope that the likeness of Channing Tatum is going to be on point for his Gambit. And he gets soft goods and so forth. Could we get soft goods from Hasbro? Would it be a maximum? How much would it really cost? Would it be a $40-something figure? Would it? Would it be reused out the wazoo? Who knows what Hasbro's going to do now, man? Who knows? Especially, I'm not even going to get into the whole politics of tariffs and all that. But just what Hasbro does, regardless, tariffs or not. Is Hasbro going to Hasbro? Or are they going to sometimes be the good Hasbro? I don't know. Then we could have gotten ourselves a Jennifer Garner figure. Jennifer Garner Electra. I would have bought the mess out of that. How do you buy the mess out of something? Either you buy it or you don't. But you know, we like to play with our words. It's fun. But yes, we could have had a Jennifer Garner Electra. I would have bought that. That would have been great. That would have sold nicely. And you know the other one that would have sold nicely. That Chris Evans, Johnny Storm. That Otherworld Johnny Storm, heck freaking yeah. We would have gotten that. I would have gotten that for real. Man, come on. The Flame On, what? Yeah. That would have been amazing. So we did not get this guy in Hasbro 6-inch form. And if anybody out there, any other company that wants to make this figure, I think Hot Toys or somebody made like a statue of him or whatever. I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on this. Nobody really wants to spend a whole lot of money on this, especially the way things are happening right now in the economy and with, who is president and the tariffs and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. So, if anybody else out there overseas, and we know, but if anybody else out there wants to make it only ever going to be one blade, anybody out there, Jada's got enough on their plate. They're not doing Marvel Heroes, so it's got to be somebody who's going to, you know what? Not this, but a not blade. That's what I meant to say. Anybody wants to make a not blade? I know you want to customize them out the wazoo. You can try to get us black suit and then put some red on them. Anybody wants to do some customizing? Go ahead, do it. 3D print Wesley Snipes are only ever going to be one blade. Wesley Snipes face, try it. Do what you can. But anybody out there that is willing to try something like this, guess what? We will buy it. We will go ahead and grab it. It's a worthy endeavor if you have the skills to do so. I would like to have one. But we'll see, because they missed out on the opportunity. But yes, Mahershala Ali, man, I hated that this man is not going to be Blade for the foreseeable future. We don't know what he's going to be doing. I mean, the man has had limited work since then. He's been doing stuff on the Spider-Verse movies as Uncle Aaron. He has led his voice to now he's actually going to be in a new Jurassic World movie, Jurassic World Rebirth. I have no interest in that. And if you also have kept up with the news, you would know that scientists have done their thing. They've done another Jurassic Park thing where they have gotten some type of extinct animal back into existence. The dire wolf is now back in cub form. And now we got the dire wolf. I don't know how the thing got extinct. I haven't done any research on the dire wolf, but now we got the dire wolf back. So there's a possibility that you might see a real Jurassic Park situation happening where you might see a dinosaur walk among us. Yeah. There's going to be some movies, of course, about a dire wolf or some other extinct animal coming out. They're going to keep doing it. But science, they're going to keep sciencing. They're going to keep going. And we're going to have the stuff that we see in movies be in real life. I don't know. So grab these movies. Have them on digital file. Get them on a physical disc. Whatever it is. Grab these movies about these experiments, because you're literally seeing this stuff coming into fruition. Literally. But anyway, I hated, like I said, Mahershala Ali has been doing some other stuff. He also did something in 2001 called The Swan Song. That was on Apple TV Plus, but that was 2021. And all he did was lend his voice in 2021 to Eternals. And so 2023 was like the last thing he did was that Leave the World Behind movie on Netflix. I was like, oh, he's working. But come on, man. All this time. I'm going to get off of this because it's upsetting. It really is. You don't want this to happen to anybody. Really, you don't. And it's like, is it on purpose? Are they doing this on purpose? Are they giving our hopes up for just hoping that are they doing it, giving our hopes up, are they getting our hopes up on purpose just to let us down? Are they holding him hostage? Are they doing this just to, like, what? Is this a game? What's going on? Why won't they give us a Blade? What's taking so long? Writers keep quitting. Directors keep quitting. They keep putting some hijacked definition of woke ideology and subject matter in there. Ugh, I don't even want to talk about that, but here we are. But we got Wesley over here cheesing. There's only been one Blade. Only ever going to be one Blade. And some MFers always trying to ice skate uphill, and there they are, ice skating uphill because they can't get it right. He's like, man, they just can't get that magic, can they? Oh, dude. I mean, that's a flex. That is a nice flex. Your third movie was garbage, and they still can't even do something to top that. I mean, the show that came after that was even worse than the third movie. But, dude, horrible. So this one is going to be on my shelf, just representing the only ever going to be one Blade until we finally get something different. You know? So there he is. So that's pretty much it. The end of the video. I mean, it's not much of a review. It's a Funko Pop. What you going to say? The likeness is great. I mean, it's a Funko Pop. You know, he got the sword on the back, got the gun. He's standing. He's not doing anything. We're just going to stand there. So all we're really doing is just talking about how we could have had an only ever going to be one Blade figure, but never got one. And it's the only chance we can really get something like this in our hands for fun and have a subject to talk about. You know, this is definitely a conversation starter, obviously. So have fun with this, man. If you can find one, I found this at Target. It was the only one. And it's apropos that I found this guy because he was the only one. So I found the only ever going to be one Blade. The only one of these. So, hey, have fun collecting, folks. Okay, thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it. Because collecting is fun. Later days.